Trying to stop.
I couldn't. I'm sorry. You got so serious for a second, and I couldn't.
I need to let it out because otherwise.
This is like when you go away with your siblings and somebody like laughs just to make everybody else laugh, and then you laugh for like the next 20 minutes and you can't stop and you don't know why you're all laughing, but you are, and you can't go to sleep.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
That's what happens. There's something in my eye. It's probably my tears. I'm laughing so hard.
My tears too, but
Okay.
yeah.
Are we ready this time?
No, I'm scared.
Okay, good.
I think we're ready.
Good. Let's begin. Right, welcome everyone to the second episode of Two Guys and the Blonde. Wave.
The brunette blonde.
Oh, brunette blonde, yeah. I've put in a bit of a sound there of people cheering. I'm sorry you can hear that. Yeah, we're back with myself, Skell, Miss Sassy Cass, or Mrs. Sorry, and the Funky Fox. So yeah, it's good to be back for a second episode. First episode is up on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We've succeeded with something. Managed to actually get it out.
All of the podcast stations.
Yeah, stations.
The stations.
Yeah. Oh God.
Starting a new word.
Yeah. Right. So, thought this time we would talk about Twitch. Not in general, but we'll start off with the big news this week, which was Nickmercs talking about the fact that he has lost about 30,000 viewers, 20 to 30,000 viewers from his average viewership on Twitch, and how a lot of people are saying that he's fallen off because he's gone from COD to Apex. Primarily, he said it's because he's obviously bored of playing COD. So thought we'd talk about the expectancy of Twitch, what people kind of expect from streamers, what streamers should be expecting. I thought it was good from Nick because he was saying, from his point of view, he doesn't want to play a game which he finds boring because then his content won't be as good because people can tell that he's bored, and that is why he's therefore mixing up. And I also watched the Tim the Tapman's reaction to it, and he was saying, people kind of come into their streams and go, what are you doing? Fortnite made you. How dare you not play Fortnite? I can't wait for your, career to collapse. As they like move over to COD or whatever. And then when they move over from COD to Apex, like Nick's done, they go, oh, you're gonna fail. I mean, Nick's still out there with 30-odd thousand viewers average, and still with his I think I saw it was 54,000 subscribers. I'd happily take even 1% of that. So I don't really think he's fallen off. But what's your opinions on kind of the expectancy of Twitch and what?
I'm curious. I know that he just signed that big deal with Twitch. They didn't sign him for his Fortnite skills or his Call of Duty skills, and they don't tell him what game to play.
Yeah.
So they hired him. They gave him a contract because of him, who he is as a person. He's hilarious to watch when he plays with funny people. Even when he plays with randoms. I remember the first Apex stream that I caught of his, where he went into that the tournament league or whatever by accident.
Oh yeah.
And he was just like, oh my God, I'm not where I'm supposed to be. It was so funny to watch because here is this guy who was successful in Fortnite, who is really good. He's really good in Call of Duty, and he's playing this other game. And it's kind of cool to watch because we're all bad at something, and I'm hilarious when I'm terrible, and Fox is funny, and Scal, you're funny. And it's I'm there to watch him, not the game he plays. And maybe watching Apex, some people might start playing Apex because they see him playing it and they're like, oh, well, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I actually agree, but the thing for me is I liked to watch Nick. I don't watch him regularly now because I don't really like to watch Apex. But that's just me.
Hmm.
I like to watch him for him and don't do it as much because he plays Apex, but I don't get the demand of like people watching him. It's like you're supposed to watch him because of him, not a game he plays. I don't really care most of the time what people play as long as you're fine. As long as you're funny or really good at the game, then I'm fine with it. It's like, but I've watched it. Tim said it too. It was not my game. I tried the transition, but it was not mine. And then he came back to Warzone and he loved it. I love like Tim's spectating videos because it's so fun.
Yeah.
And like I think Nick should do whatever he wants to. If he wants to play Apex or wants to play My Little Pony House 2, who frick cares?
I would
Yeah.
definitely watch that.
I'm not
People
gonna lie.
will still watch him. Yeah. It's like he even said in the video, I've watched both of them too. It was like, I'm still, even if I drop 20k subs, I can still make a whole lot of living out of it. So I'm really good. You shouldn't supposed to watch me for me. I think that's a downfall for most streamers, to go with a hype that they don't really like playing with, or play with the people they actually don't really like playing with.
Yeah.
And then get caught up because I've had that situation sometimes where I play with like people with like randoms that I actually don't really like or are really toxic or whatever, and I'm like, why? And they both found a new group. Like Nick found, I don't know who he plays with now, but people with esports backgrounds, I
Yeah.
think. And Tim still plays with, who is it?
He plays with Doc, I think, primarily.
Yeah, Doc and C Laner right now.
Yeah.
And he plays with Neo and Booyah from FaZe.
Yep.
At least I thought. He's playing Rebirth with that, and it works out because they are great. But people always dislike transition because a lot of people want to stick to one game, want to see the repetitive content. And I get, as a content streamer, that you'd like to switch it off sometimes. I really get it.
Yeah. I also think that you know, certainly from me who watches primarily YouTube as an example, you know, I'll watch, you know, for example, I was watching Tim probably every single day for, you know, I would guess between like February and September sort of time. But then even I kind of went, well, you know what, I kind of want to see what other people are doing as well. So I don't actually watch Tim anywhere near as much. So I think other, you know, people got to realize that their own tastes change, you know, as well. And therefore you can't expect streamers to continuously play the same game for 10 years or whatever, because it will become boring. You know, you'll end up finding it boring as well. So I think you know, I've fallen, certainly I've, you know, fell off recently with, I got bored of COD, so I kind of disappeared from streaming for like 3 months or whatever it was. And yeah, you know, and I've come back and I've decided, well, I'll go down kind of like the Faz route, and you know, kind of the horror game route, because for me that kind of genre excites me a bit more. Yeah, I still like to play COD with yourselves because it's funny. I have a good time, but you know, I'm now much more like, I think I'd rather do that off stream and relax rather than, you know, feel the kind of pressure that I have to stream it and like make it funny and things like that.
I think that's another way that I think streamers, especially streamers who are just starting out, I feel like they don't understand either. You don't have to. You don't have to do anything. If you're not feeling it, don't do it, because nobody wants to watch you be miserable. If you're not feeling a COD stream, do it just chatting. Talk to the people. Do a random game. Go onto Steam or whatever. Do marbles. People, I don't know what it is about marbles. Marbles are boring, but I still will sit in someone's stream and watch those damn marbles go around stupid things. I hope that my marble wins, okay? I don't know why, but I will do it. Even if there's no like giveaway or anything, I will still stay there. I will still chat, and I will still hype myself up and be like, I'm winning this one. This is my marble win. And it's like, you know, even those are kind of fun, because I know that even when I play COD, if I'm playing with people who their talent is way better than mine, I know I struggle to keep the balance in laughing and hang out with stream versus actually concentrating. Like when I play with people and I'm just having a good time, I'm not concentrating on the game at all because I'm laughing at the game and the people in it, I'm laughing at stream and we're talking. I'm more concentrating on the stream part and the like having fun with my friends versus I don't care if I die. Like if I die in a funny way, like it's hilarious and that's it. If I'm shooting a wall, I get made fun of and I die and that's it. Like it's not life or death for me. But when I play with certain people, KP is one of them who I definitely try and concentrate a little bit more because he is someone who wants to win, wants to do well in the game that I feel like I'm letting him down. Just like some other people who have joined the Sassy Gamers who are more competitive gamers, when I play with them, I feel like I have to be more competitive. And my streaming goes down a little bit. Like, I guess because I'm not so good, I can't just win like maybe Exact can or Joe Woe. They can just barely pay attention to the game and they're so good. They just get it. Like, they just get kills. They know where people are. Whereas I have to actually pay attention, I have to hear footsteps and stuff. So, for me, like if I'm not having fun, I want to do that off stream because the stream is for me, it's the stream, it's the people. I go there to hang out, I go there to have fun, which I know you guys do too. Watching Fox, he's freaking good and he can also talk to stream, whereas that's my struggle as a streamer.
No, but it's just my biggest tip. I think find your group. Find your group of people you play with.
Agree.
Even if it's like Exact that it's competitive, then find people who you are competitive with, so that you actually feel the same vibe. And it's the same with stream. I don't really care if I win a lot or die a lot, as long as I have fun with the core group of people I like to play with. That's my most funny thing. I've done Fortnite streams where there was a guy like, "Oh, you're bad," and I was like, "Yes, but thank you for the negative comment. Please stay in the Twitch so you can boost my viewers. Thank you for that, bud." And then he left. I don't really care. I don't care about people like that. And it's just like the same. To bring it back on topic with Nick, he has the same. He's having fun with like playing competitive Apex, which he's really good at now. And he plays with people who actually likes. So it's about having your own community and own people you want to play with versus people in your community who you feel like you need to play with to keep them in the community, if that makes sense. I've had that too, where like a couple of people left because I didn't play with them. And I'm like, you're not really my kind of people because you're way too sweaty. You want to get like 30 kills a game. And I'm like, I can do that too, but not for a full 3 hours. I lose focus and then I start to fall off buildings, which is really funny. But like, I'm good. Like people are calling me out for hackers and then see me jump off a building and die. And they're like, oh, he's fine. That's basically what's mine. I
watched a video like that today.
Yeah.
It was somebody literally did it. They jumped off of a building after they sniped someone in the head and killed, like they downed them. It was a great snipe. Jumped off the building and didn't pull their parachute and they just died. And I was like, that's me. I do that too.
Except you don't do the snipe part.
Sniping part.
No. You just fall off the building.
Yeah.
No, I do kill people. I kill people sometimes.
And then we call you pretty again and move on.
Yeah.
Like,
yes, that's true.
But that's just my main tip. Just find the people you play with really well and you like to play with. Doesn't matter which playstyle you have. Even if it's like Apex or whatever. If it's not a shooter, then it may be like not competitive, like Mario Kart or whatever. I don't know. But just play with whoever you'd like to play with. That's one. Because like I have thought about doing like sub games and stuff too. And I'm like, I don't know if that boosts my morale. I just want to play with people I play with, and that's why I have a great time. Like last Saturday when we streamed, it was like I've had the most fun in like a week or so, or like multiple weeks, because
we did it together.
Yeah.
Because we just click and it goes right, even if. And it's fun. That's why I like it. We didn't win. We didn't even get close, but who cares? Like,
So, hey, I think we had third place one of the games. I think we had one game where we did well.
we won once. Oh no, that was Sunday, wasn't it? That was Sunday.
Well,
Was that
That was
Sunday?
Sunday.
I think the I think although that you know you said that you don't necessarily win games. I think though if you're enjoying yourself, you may not win regularly as maybe certain people would like to, but you do eventually win. There is always that one game. Might not be that night. It might be the next night or something like that. So you do end up actually winning, and you do end up being quite competitive. But at the same time, you have fun rather than it's a bit similar to like the topic we kind of said before last week, where if you don't have like a mic or anything on a camera and you're just literally playing the game and it's like dead serious, no one really wants to watch it. Especially when you look at like podcasts and things like that, and the categories, comedy is the number one category, and that's what people are looking for. They're looking for when they go to look at a Twitch stream or a YouTube video is something that generally is funny. That's what makes them come back probably more often than just like a general playthrough or something like that. That's great. I watch playthroughs maybe, but I don't necessarily then come back week after week to watch different playthroughs if there's nothing exciting about it. That's why I watch Tim, Nick, Cruz, people like this, just because whether they're playing COD, whether they're playing Apex, whether they're playing Phasmophobia or something like that, it's always funny. And that's what makes it a good thing.
They just found their core group.
Yeah, exactly.
They play with, and it's not they click really well, and that's why they're doing. It's not because Tim's, of course, he's great at Call of Duty. There's a lot more people that are better than him,
Oh, yeah.
but certainly a lot less better than him, and he's doing great, and he doesn't care, and so shouldn't you, the listener, if you listen to this. Don't care about other people's opinions on Twitch. Just have fun.
Yeah.
Try to take like advice to heart, but if you have found your core group and you're steadily having 3 viewers but enjoying all of it, then go for it. You'll get that 20 view, 50 viewers, 100 viewers. Of course you'll get it. It's like a grind, but just find your core group you do well with and maybe add people to it. Like there isn't like only 4 people you can vibe with.
Yeah.
If I look into like Cassie's Twitch, like the mods all do really well together. I think I like all of them, and I like to play with every single one of them. And there's a lot of people that I played with, and that I'm like, oh, I'm good. Like, I don't necessarily think that's wrong because we all have our own opinion, but like there's like a lot of people that are sweaty and they're generally not nice in Call of Duty. They're that competitive. Like, I have an exception for that is Drew, Call of Duty. He's just like, I was playing with him, and I am not certainly a sweat in this game. I can if I try, but I don't want to. So, and he's way better and accepts everyone, and that's why I like him too, because he's all about having fun, and that's what he does. And that's why I like watching him personally.
Yeah.
It's just go for it with your own tempo, at your rate, with your own people, and have fun. That's what it's all about. If your intake is making money, then stop in the beginning, because you will not do it if you're making money. If you want to make money, don't do it, because I've spent way more money on Twitch than I'm making, and I do not care. I really do not care.
Well, I feel like I want to make a quick point before I bring up the next thing that I wanted to mention. I feel like a lot of people that come into streaming right away are like, oh, I bought an Elgato, I got a PC, I got all this stuff. They're spending thousands of dollars, which is great for the companies that made it. But then, some of those people stream for that very short time, that 1 month, and they're streaming to themselves or one person that they know, and not making money and not having that viewership go up yet because they haven't found their crew. They don't know what to do. They're struggling, right? that's not what we're here for. Okay. I started out with my TV. I was sitting on the couch with my laptop and I was streaming Call of Duty on my TV and I didn't buy anything. I didn't buy anything extra. I just did it. Wasn't great quality, but I had a camera
Yep.
and I had it go through my Xbox and it is what it is. And I started that way. And then the very first time I made that $100, then I got, the monitor. And then I got the laptop to go with the Xbox and the monitor so that I could do my Streamlabs. Up until that point, I didn't use Streamlabs. I used the TV and I did the Xbox through Twitch. So I couldn't even do like anything fun or fancy. And then once I started to make money in very small increments, not even a lot at all, but enough that it was, like, okay, well, if I buy this laptop for, $400, then it's going to last me all this time. And I'm not quitting streaming right now. I don't see myself quitting streaming in the next 2 months. So it will be worth it. I justified it in that direction. Now, some people do go out and buy that stuff, but Skel, do you only use your computer and your office setup just for streaming, or do you use it for other things?
Well, no. I use it, in general for kind of 70% of my time at home, probably.
Right, like anything. So that wasn't really a bad purchase on your part.
No.
Because you do use it.
Yeah, and for me, I think you're right. I think you've got kind of two options, and this is part of the expectancy of like a new streamer. Is you've got to realize, like Fox said, was that you're gonna have to grind it out. It's not overnight success. You can do things, obviously, TikTok, things like that, which will help grow you, but it still won't be just a very instant, quick success. So you're right. And I started off at the very beginning, like you, where I was using my laptop, I was using my Xbox, and I was doing it exactly the same sort of way. And then I decided, well, I'm going to spend a bit more money just to kind of make, a bit extra quality. I got a bonus through work, so it just allowed me to facilitate that.
Yeah.
And that's why I chose, because again, like you said, I'm not planning to quit streaming, although I have sometimes gone on hiatuses. I've always come back because it's something that I enjoy, and I know that I want to try and make some sort of money at some point down the line, but when that is, I don't know. And for now, I'm just happy, enjoying, with the like 7-10 viewers or whatever I get in my chat.
But that should be the only outtake on that. Like, I have the same. I have a feeling that a lot of people buy expensive streaming gear to be the best streamer, and they spend like $2,000 on like every bit of piece of equipment they can get. That
and it's not the gear that makes you the best.
No, and they're expecting that they're all of a sudden, if you buy like expensive stuff, that you gain like 30-40 viewers and like you get it back in like 2 months. It's not like that. It's just like little bits of and stuff. My mom asked me too the other day. She was like, "What are you making from stream?" And I'm like, I think I can buy my PlayStation in a year. That's what I make of Twitch.
Yep.
And it's not a lot, but I genuinely enjoy streaming, and I do not do it for the money. But if I like buy a PC and I, like what Cass said, calculated like, in 1.5 years, if I keep continue streaming, I just bought it off, then it's fine by me. But I'm not looking to get into like a big sum of money right now. And I'm not expecting it to. It's like, if that happens 3-4 years down the line, then it's fine by me. But not for now. And I think a lot of people die, their passion die of that too. Like they buy like 2K worth of equipment and just have one viewer for a month and then say, I quit.
Yep.
Because it's not like their expectancy pattern meets their thing. So what they would have expected, it doesn't meet what they thought it would meet. So it's hard. Like, don't get me wrong. So that's why I said find your own group of people. I thought about quitting streaming too, but then you guys pulled me back because I genuinely like to play with you. And I thought, like, what would happen if I don't have that right now? If I get home, the first thing I do is like either put on Twitch or get on my setup and play some games.
Messaging in Discord.
Yeah.
What are you doing right now?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Are you want to play?
Definitely.
Right.
But
Yeah.
that's what it should be about, like making new friends, playing with your own group of people, get to learn new people, get to talk on a daily basis, get familiar with people, then play some games if you'd like them, then play some more and get attached to them. That's basically what happened to me, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
We'll never let you
Yeah.
go. You're stuck forever.
This was my last podcast. I am no.
We're gonna
No.
stick you in the basement, and you
Oh,
can
no.
sew all of our clothes.
Don't you expose
Yeah, you can
me.
sew all our clothes.
I'm so glad that you brought it back to the finding your group, because that was what I wanted to mention. It's really hard in the beginning because you're not necessarily going to have your group. You're not going to know who to play with. Like, I started playing with my husband and my kids and my brother-in-law, which is really the only people that play in our family. And then through me, and then starting to stream, my sisters started playing Call of Duty, which was awesome, and my mom. And so in those first couple streams, I was playing with my husband, but it wasn't like it is now, where it's like, I was still getting used to stuff. So I was kind of not really good at streaming, to be honest. I was more focused on the game versus the stream. And so I would acknowledge people, I would talk to them a little bit. But again, I was streaming to one or two people, if that, and one of them was my husband. So it's like, in order to find your group, you have to have a plan on what your plan is. A plan for your plan for your plan. Where, like, my plan was just to learn how to play the game and also be funny, because that's just what I am. And some people, in the beginning, where they're by themselves, they don't have their group. Maybe yours is to join random squads on Call of Duty and just troll the shit out of them until, you get some funny people in, you make some people leave the game, like tell people you're hacking, whatever the case is. Through that, people are going to come to your stream, people are going to listen to you, you're going to make those connections. Now, we made our connection through a Discord, but then the bigger connection came after, where when we started playing together, we kind of, honed in on that connection, whereas some people don't have either. So to get to that point, you really have to put yourself out there, and you have to understand that it's going to take time and not to give up. If this is what you want, you have to let the positivity flow. It's going to be really hard mentally. And a lot of big streamers have taken time off because mentally it was hard. Streaming to yourself or one other person for an entire year is mentally exhausting.
It is.
You're, thinking you're not good enough, thinking what you're doing is not good enough. But there are how many streamers in the world? And that one person picked you to watch.
True.
So stream to them the best that you can. And through that one person, that person's going to tell someone else. Then that person will tell somebody else. And you laughing and having a good time and putting yourself out there will get more people to come see you. But it's very difficult.
I was talking to Skull about that too, like off stream. I was like, 10 viewers. Don't you even know how many people that are actually? If I try to fill my living room with 10 people, it's crowded out there. It is.
Mhm.
Like, people who do not realize how much that is. Like, even I always said, and I still stand by it, if I can take like 5 minutes out of somebody's day to make them forget about their real life problems, then I succeeded in what I was going to do. Because, like, everyone has their own thing. To cut back on your point, I think like what I did, what worked was like networking in the beginning. So with the small streamers, and then through the small streamers, I've met you guys, and then we started playing because we were in each other's streams, and then we bonded. Yeah, to be honest, you need to be positive to get positive things back. My mom, who's really wise, by the way, said you always should give what you want in return.
Yep.
So if you're nasty to people, you can't expect them to be nice back. So that's why I'm always nice to people, because I genuinely mean well for everyone. But if you're nasty, you can get it back. I'm not that, you want it, you can get it. It's like I wanted to know. I had on stream, and I was like, wanted to know how you feel about it. What do you feel about stream like music on the background when someone is streaming a game?
I'm reading your mind right now, Fox, and I know 1,000% I can pinpoint exactly the moment in someone else's stream you are speaking about. I know exactly what you're talking about because I was in that same stream with you. And I know what it is that you're talking about. Music is great, but there is a time for it. Plus, sometimes I don't make sure the volume levels are great. Sometimes it's a little too loud. But I mean, when you build that positivity and you have people in your stream that know you and like understand like it's not easy, they'll just say, yo, your music's too loud. I can't hear you. But I do think that you should play music. I do think so because in downtimes, like in loading screen or something, or when you're waiting for someone or you're going to the restroom or, things like that, and you're not being super entertaining, the music is kind of a good transition for, that downtime. Because if
I,
you don't have music, what are you going to have? Just
because I
nothing?
think music is a good transition in while queuing up for a game or whatever in the beginning. But like, do not play. In my opinion, this is my opinion. Don't point me to it. But what I do not like is when somebody plays music when they are playing a game,
Yep.
because I can't hear really well what they're saying.
So you
You're
don't.
doing it too sometimes. I know.
I
I
do,
see you
but that's
pointing.
because I
But we
forget to
call.
mute it.
Yeah, but we know you are pretty and blonde, so that's why we pinpoint you on that and say you're so pretty. Put off your music, and you do it. Like
Right,
that's
right.
not a problem. But I get agitated when I hear like a rap music in between a Call of Duty game. I'm like, no, I want to hear what this guy is saying, because that's why. Otherwise, I can go and play my game and just have the rap music on myself. Doesn't really matter for me. But like, I wanna get to know the person behind the stream and not the music on the stream. Like the transition's really good. Like I think what you do, Cass, is really good. I can do it on PlayStation because that isn't a thing. Otherwise, I would do it as well. But like in transition, it's really good. But do not do it when you're in a game. Like what Tim the Tapman does really well. He hides his screen because of the stream snipers, of course.
Yep.
But he plays music in between when he's not really talking or having a bathroom break. And Whips takes it over with music or with videos, which is really, really fun.
Yeah.
So they still interact, and that's what it's doing really well. But he does not play music when he's playing, and that's what I want to be there for, either the game because I like it and the personality, but most of the time his personality. That's what I care about most, and that's why I unfollowed a lot of people recently, because they are playing a lot of music or they weren't talking when I started saying it. I did unfollow you too, cause no, it was fun. It was a joke. But no, it's like it bothers me when people are playing music in between games. So that's why I wanted to have your opinion about it, basically.
Yeah, I'd agree. Like, it's weird. I've never actually thought about. Well, I hadn't thought about putting music at all in between like any transitions that I do between games, purely just because of DMCA sort of whole issue with Twitch, YouTube. Don't know whether you saw Ludwig who moved over from Twitch to YouTube recently. He watched.
Yeah.
He was watching a YouTube video. It was like 50 greatest YouTube videos or something like that. And there was an ad which was a Baby Shark, and it played like 3 seconds, and he's now been banned on YouTube.
No.
Oh my god.
Obviously, it's just like a suspension for like 24 hours or whatever. But it was quite funny. He made a whole video about that, which was just like a good laugh, because it was like, well, I've just literally moved over to YouTube, and in my first day, I've been banned.
I would be so mad at YouTube. Not gonna lie.
I know.
Oh my god, that would be terrible. Well, that's just like driving the damn vehicles in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Your stream gets muted for so many seconds because you're in a vehicle. Like, I can't control Call of Duty's music choices. Like, Call of Duty, you have to make sure you use uncopyrighted music. They don't give a crap about streamers.
Yeah.
So They
It's the
need
same
to
with
come up with
Fortnite.
a different
Yeah.
plan. Like, that's crazy.
Fortnite has all these dances, but you get literally banned off Twitch because you're
Yep.
dancing and you're having like, I remember the song, like the Never Gonna Give You Up one. That was an emote on Fortnite, and a big streamer got banned from Twitch for a month because he did it like 3 times, and I was like, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
What? I would be so mad at Fortnite because that then they're stealing like my bread because I'm living off Twitch and they just denied me my monthly paycheck basically. It was the same controversy with like the. Have you seen the thing about Twitch not paying out a streamer?
No, I've not seen that.
There was a streamer, BB Jess, I think her name was. She didn't get paid for like a full month because she got blocked for a day on Twitch. So they didn't pay her, and like her been like $26,000 or something, and then she still hasn't gotten the pay. She had to wait. She has to wait for another full month, and I'm like, can they do that really? But it's like,
Yeah.
it's almost criminal,
And
isn't it?
they
I love
didn't
Twitch, and
do
they made a mistake, but like own up to
Right.
that and pay up
Right, and
because
do
you
it,
owe her.
resolve it
Yeah.
quickly. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should look into that.
But-
That's weird. That's really weird.
Yeah. Well, thankfully, this kind of brings me on. It's a nice transition. Thanks, Fox, into what I was going to do is
Money.
the negativities of Twitch. So, one of the reasons why Ludwig moved, Dr. Lupo, Tim the Tapman, Valkyrie, they're kind of the main big names, in the most recent time was that
Courage,
Twitch,
right?
yeah, Courage as well, thank you, is that they, when they were in the contract talks between YouTube and Twitch, they got to a point where they were like, Twitch, I'm thinking of going to YouTube, and Twitch's answer back was just, okay, well, good luck. And it was like, whilst YouTube were really like fighting for them, and it's strange because obviously YouTube is owned by Google, which is one of the biggest companies in the world, but Twitch is obviously owned by Amazon, and there's obviously some sort of hierarchy there, which is just like, well, it's obviously not on Jeff's kind of main radar. He's too busy flying out to, I was going to say the moon, but it's Mars, isn't it?
It's Mars, yeah. Or Twix, Bounty, doesn't matter.
Yeah, so like the whole like DMCA sort of issue is like a massive, kind of problem. I know there is a bit of it on YouTube, but I don't think it's quite as bad. But what other negativities have you kind of seen with Twitch?
Question about that. So do you think that the reason that they are kind of pushing so hard with YouTube is because they're really trying to get their YouTube gaming platform kind of running? So they're like, come on, Tim, we really, really want you. Come over here. And Twitch has so many like big name people. Now, Tim was huge, like huge. And it was a huge loss because so many people moved over to YouTube from Twitch. But I don't think Twitch really cares because there's so many other big people that are there. They just signed Nick. They did all like they have so many people that it's like, that those couple people moving over isn't really that big of a deal to them because they kind of made it up.
I think
But YouTube is trying to make a big, like they're trying to be bigger. So to them, like that was a good move.
I think it will be like a domino effect if I may look at it that way, because that's what I fear about too. There's like a lot of things more you can do on Twitch. You can play like certain more music. You can say more stuff, like curse words on YouTube, I think. But Twitch is banning or like not advising them to play with people from YouTube gaming.
Yeah.
So I thought Tim couldn't play with Nick when he was streaming or otherwise, because I'm not sure.
I know. So they can play together. The issue that was there or is there is that Twitch banned Doc, and the reason is they can't play with Doc because of this whole ban, and Doc is now I believe taking a lawsuit against Twitch over that whole kind of ban.
Sorry, I had to add that.
No, but it's like I think Twitch should obviously, like, the downsides of Twitch It's like the mental thing. Like if you get one viewer for like a whole year, that does something to you, like it or not. If you you kind of feel unwanted, which is not the point. But like there's, if I look at like my main game, it's like 100,000 people are streaming it at the same time as I do. Of course I can think of like, I want those people to watch me, of course. But it's like I can't expect them to watch me because there are like 99,999 people streaming that game. And it's fine. I agree to it because I play with like the people I love to play. But I get when you don't have that group that it can be mentally tough for you because you may think you're unwanted or whatever, which is never the case. And if that's the case, then pull up on our Twitch pages and we'll tell you otherwise, because that's what we're about. But like, no, you shouldn't
Nice
feel like that.
plug
But
in.
Yeah.
This is like a nice plug.
but that's
Yeah.
it was a good one too. But that's like that's like one of the downsides, I think,
Yeah.
for me. At least.
Yeah, I know
But
what you
is
mean.
that just Twitch though? I mean, that's streaming in general.
It
Because
is. It
even
Yeah.
on
is. It is.
YouTube,
Yeah,
yeah, you're gonna have that.
I kind of think that Twitch at some point is going to have this realization of, we're suddenly starting to lose all our, big, kind of streamers, because I can see that when these contracts are up, certainly the main thing for Ludwig was he wanted to do, he's obviously got a load of like YouTube series. They were kind of saying Ludwig's like the first kind of exception to what YouTube's like plan was for poaching people, because you had Valkyrie, Courage, Tim, who spent, 7+ years or whatever building up their streams on Twitch, whilst Ludwig has kind of come in and he's like a brand new, he almost did it. I don't want to quite say it overnight, but I think he said that he'd only been streaming 2 years. And
Yeah.
and he got to that
That's
point.
fast.
Yeah, and he just utilized the tagging people into his YouTube, taglines, using TikTok, those sort of things, which allowed him to come so big. But he wanted to do like proper like shows. So he's got like, I can't remember what it's called, Money Mogul or something like that, which is like a game show sort of thing. And I guess kind of like those more like Mr. Beast sort of like videos. And in order to do that, he went, I need more time, because obviously the contracts say when you sign them, you have to stream for 70 hours a week or something. I don't know what it is, and you have to fulfill that. So YouTube were like, well, no, we're quite happy for you. Twitch were like, oh, well, you're gonna have to do 50 hours or whatever it is. And then YouTube came along and went, well, no, actually, you know what, because you want to do all this and it's like on YouTube, you're going to be posting these episodes of things that you want to do, will allow you to only do 25 hours a week. So there's not like that pressure. So for Ludwig, he was like, well, it just makes sense. I've got more time. He was like, I can still stream more if I want, but it gives me more time to actually do the projects and make those a success. So I think at some point, I think YouTube is just going to keep poaching people, and at some point, Twitch is just going to look and go, "Oh dear, we're losing a lot." And you're right. As soon as a huge number of kind of content creators go over to YouTube, you are going to see those viewerships just dip, because people just start going over to the YouTube gaming. I do think YouTube's got a lot to do in terms of their making their gaming side kind of more
User friendly.
They-
user friendly. I think
They put like 100 million into it, right, to get it started.
yeah.
That's what it was. I was like thinking of like the VODs that you are making on YouTube. Like if Tim streams, his VODs are uploading right to his channel.
Yeah.
And when you do a Twitch stream, it's like you can watch it for 2 weeks max, and then
30
it's
days,
gone.
I think.
Or 30 days. But then the findability of your videos are not great. Like if I post a clip on TikTok, I will have more reach out than on Twitch, which is like my main platform and I want to excel in.
Yeah.
Like that's my main goal. I'm not trying to be like the best new TikToker. I try to have fun and stream and put on VODs out there, but they get lost. That's the problem. I heard Kurt say that too, that it was like his main problem. That if he puts like his streams are gone in 30 days, so he can't upload it anywhere else than YouTube. basically. So like people are not really finding you in the beginning. When they found you, it exponentially grows. When you have like 1K viewers, it will like pop up to 2, 3, 4, 6, whatever. But the first couple are always hard. But on YouTube, you can just have a video uploaded, stays on your channel. So if people would have missed it, it will be like there for whenever you want to tear it down.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the problem too.
Yeah, no,
Can get around that. I mean, like we're doing with Streamlabs, like record your stream from Twitch, your whole thing, and then just upload it to YouTube since you're clearly using YouTube also for like clips and stuff, trying to get your name out there. That's like a tip that you could use since you're not allowed to multi platform stream, which I've done a couple times in the beginning, not knowing I wasn't allowed to do it. That would be a way for you to kind of get around that so that your findability is also, pretty great on YouTube. Put your VODs up there.
yeah. No, I know what you mean. So well, I don't put my VODs up at the moment, but certainly I'm starting to kind of trim down my streams to try and create episodes to put them then on YouTube. But it comes back to that whole thing of you got to realize if you're going to go down that route, there are a lot of hours that you put in. I personally, when I did it previously, found that I got burnt out quite quick because I ended up working 40 hours a week at my normal job, traveling an hour to and from work, and then getting home every day trying to edit TikToks, YouTube videos, Instagram live, all these sort of things. If you do it every day, you just end up draining yourself, and you well, eventually I made myself sick after about a month. But now that when I'm doing it, I've decided that like Tuesdays and Thursdays and then like the weekends I'm going to have primarily off. I know we're recording this on like a Saturday, but I don't mind that. This isn't like too much. It's the editing side, which is quite a lot more. And I think for those people who also, just my tip, if you're going to try and if you're going to try and do like a Twitch stream and then load something up onto YouTube, maybe it's like a smaller episode. When you're trying to do Call of Duty's fine if you're going to put like say maybe the whole gameplay, although you've got to realize that can be quite long. It could be like 40 minutes or something. You want to try and keep it as short as possible, but trying to then like clip like small segments, take out bits, put bits in, it takes a long time. You've got to realize it can take like 3 hours or something just to edit like a 15-minute like video, or like TikTok as well, depending how like kind of accurate and precise you want to be. If you want to chop different bits from different say streams together, it can take you ages. I remember I made a TikTok which was I think 20 seconds long, and I timed myself how long it took me to edit. It was like 4 hours in the end, and I was like, 4 hours of editing for this very
For
small
TikTok?
Yeah.
I have like a program for it. Like one other streamer,
Yeah.
I can't mention her in here. Yes, I can. It's Cass. But she like highlighted out to me like the Athena scope one. It's
Yes, that's a good
Athena
one.
scope, and if you log into your computer and you plug it into your Twitch, it automatically makes clips for you that
Yeah.
are most of the time right, and you just
They're pretty
upload
good,
them with no sound and just cut it on your phone and edit them a bit. I have like 7 or 8 TikTok videos like ready. I'm too lazy, so I didn't put them into TikTok. That's my problem. But like I have them ready, and it took me like 1.5 hours to edit them. They're obviously not the best like I've watched, but they're great, and it gets my name out there, and then it will get me like the thing. The main thing for me is like I stream on a PlayStation, and that's my kind of downfall because I want to do so much more, and I don't particularly have the funds to get a PC right now. But that's like my main thing. Yeah, I know I am on a PC right now, but I fuel this with hamsters. Like
Yeah.
I was
have money
literally
to buy new
just
one.
gonna say, wait a
So
minute.
that's, by the
aren't
way,
you
I
on
need
a
to explain
PC?
that. I need to explain that. That's like a running gag we did. We played Phasmophobia, and I couldn't log in, so I was like, "Let me feed my hamsters," and they were like shocked. The first time that I said that, they were like, "Hamsters?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm buying those over and over because they keep running in their treadmill, and they're like running not fast enough." So that's the thing. but it's like I think like it is kind of a PC masterpiece because you can do so much more on PC
Yeah.
than you can do on like a PlayStation. Like the advantage you have on a Discord call on like a normal PC versus like an in-game talk on your Call of Duty is so much of a difference. Like the
Of the pausing, okay? The pausing in between games when we're having a conversation, it just makes the gameplay so much better because then you have no idea what I said for 10 seconds and I just keep talking and then you're like, okay, we're just gonna just go with it. Like most of
but
the time you don't even tell me to repeat it, you just keep going.
you're so pretty, like
Yeah.
like in a Call of Duty game when we are in a lobby, you start a whole bloody conversation, and then like we get in, and you start like, oh yeah, guys, I did this, and then you got off, and then I can hear you for like 30 seconds, and you keep talking, and you don't realize we can't hear you for that full 30 seconds, and
But
then
it's
you're
so
like,
good.
and then you're like, guys. Yes, right? And I'm like, yeah, of course.
Or even better, Cass will be talking, it cut out, and then she'll realise partway through and go, oh, they can't hear me. Mutes herself to talk to stream, and then the game starts and forgets to unmute herself. And you're like, Cass, are you there?
Yeah.
You there? She's like,
Casper,
I can hear on stream. Yeah. Why can't they hear me? Oh, yeah, I muted myself 5 minutes into the game.
It's just so fun. Like it makes everything better. So if we were in a Discord call all the time, we wouldn't have those fun things.
No, that's true. But like I feel like the Streamlabs part, I miss that one too, where you can just upload the whole thing for me instead of like having to go on my computer, which like lags out like 90% of the time because it's from the Stone Age. And then I take like 4 hours of uploading like either a TikTok video or even watching my mail. I have like 30 minutes to open my mail, let alone cut out a video.
Oh my god.
So that's the worst. And I think that's really where it comes into a PC Master Race. You don't have to buy like the most expensive one.
Right.
Yeah.
I think for like I've looked it up, for like $750 you have a good streaming PC.
Yeah.
Like a real
Don't
good one.
discredit like the used ones either.
Yeah.
Like my PC and my laptop are both like not hand-me-downs, but we purchased them from someone who was upgrading and they work great. Like they're not something Tim the Tatman's using, maybe something he used when he was like 12, but you know, you can always upgrade different parts.
Yeah.
But that's the problem for me.
Like, as you go.
That's the problem for me. I don't know what to look for.
Me either. That's why you gotta ask
you have KP and Skell does his own research, and I'm here like 38, 6090. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just going for it. It's like not that expensive. Okay.
Don't you remember when I got my PC and everybody in streams like,
I was
so
like, what's your
what are
specs?
the specs?
Yeah.
And I'm like, KP, come here. I don't know. What are they?
And I was like, oh, I get you, like fully.
I was like, did you see the lights? The lights are so pretty.
Yeah. Oh, it's so pretty.
That was all I knew. The lights. And it's a white case. That's it. Yeah. That's all I know.
That's fine. But well, yeah, but that's kind of the good thing of if you get like a core group, you know, like we have, is, you know, Fox, when you want to like upgrade, you can just reach out to like the likes of me or KP and just go, what should I be like looking out for? What are like the minimum kind of specs that I need in order to play the game that I want? You know, that's what Paulden did with me, was he was like, I'm going to upgrade. You know, I've finally been given permission by my partner to upgrade. So can you tell me what I need? And it was like, well, yeah, you're going to need like this, and this. He's bought it, and you know, he's now happy being able to stream on his PC.
Yeah. What do you feel, by the way? Do you still feel it awkward sometimes talking to like an audience on Twitch? Because I sometimes have that still, where I'm like, I only have that when I am like, when nobody's really talking to me, but there's like 9 people in, and I'm like, I need to do something really good now, but they're not talking back. So that's like the mental part for me too. When you have a lot of people in, but they do not really talk to you, and that I get into my head and I'm like, what should I do? And then I quickly go back to like, oh, shoot, have fun, and then the rest will come.
See, I think
So
that would have gone away if you were in that small streamers Discord sooner, because being in there, like that whole follow for follow, like you must watch people,
Mm.
it just created so much lurking. Now, I love lurkers. Lurkers are amazing. They can come anytime they want and stay as long as they want. I lurk a lot too because, like we talked about, I have a family, I work, you guys work. Like, sometimes I can just stick you on my phone and I'm going to do my job and that's it. And I might not say anything. I might just send a emote, whatever. But in that small streamers, that was all I had for the beginning. I mean, yeah, some people did talk. There was a couple people that I clicked with in the beginning that would come in and they would be like, "Oh, hey, how was your day? Like, what's going on?" But for the beginning, for the most part, it was just a lot of lurking. And even now, still, I'll have the core like
Yeah.
10 people talking, even though I've got 25 people watching. There's only like core people talking. And you know what it is, and it's awkward a little bit, but I think I don't struggle with that because talking is my life, like my job. I'm a teacher. I talk constantly, literally never shut up at home. So for me, talking to nobody is okay because I talk to myself, but I also don't play solo games. I think that is the biggest thing for me.
Mm.
I will not play solo. I hate playing solo
same,
because
and that's
I'm boring to
that's what
myself. Like,
that's
I'm bored.
that's what I envy Skel about too. He was playing
Yeah.
Faz on his own, and I
Yeah,
was
I
like,
couldn't
how
do it.
could you ever do that?
You're
I
amazing.
need somebody to talk to. Yeah, you were.
Right.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So we kind of talked about this just before we started the podcast. Was that I spent the first 3 months of my streaming career. Do you want to call it a
Yeah.
career?
Yeah, heck yeah. Let's call it a career. It's a job. It's hard
It is
work.
a
Yeah.
job.
So I personally purposely had researched, how to kind of grow a community on like Twitch, or how to uh, get people into your streams. And the first thing they said was, well, join a Discord. That's probably a good way to get some people, talk to them, and they hopefully some of them will jump in, and then you can kind of catch their attention. But for me, I was like, well, I know there are going to be some days, just because of purely different time zones or whatever, that there are going to be 0 people. So I, for myself, just went, right, I'll stream to myself purposely and get used to no one being there, just always kind of talking. But it's the same for like almost like with YouTube videos kind of as well, when I was doing them in the past, of you have to just get used to talking to yourself. I mean, it does help that I've got, about 10 different voices in my head. So I am actually talking to like different
Only
people.
10?
But yeah, only 10. When you actually go onto my Twitch page, I don't know whether you've ever noticed, it says 9 out of the 10 voices in my head would recommend this stream.
Okay. I've seen that. That's really good.
So good.
That's a really good line. I need. But it's like, I'm sometimes like that too. We were playing Skel. We were playing Phasmophobia yesterday.
Yeah.
And I was holding the thermometer thing, and I just, in my head, I'm like a 6-year-old kid. So I went like, this is a gun. I'm using it. So I went like, pew, 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 the entire time. I had so much fun by myself. Like, I can understand it. But I on the other side, I do need somebody really to talk to, because otherwise I'll be in my head and I'm thinking like, well, I'm not streaming because I'm the best at like what I do. I'm not the best at playing Call of Duty, because if I was, I would have made much more money about it, and then I would join like FaZe or anything. I'm not the greatest of streamers, but I genuinely like it to play with people I like to play with. Yeah. And I couldn't play solos because solos get me so angry.
Yeah.
They really get me angry. So I'm not doing it because I know it's fun to watch, or it is for a lot of people, but not for me, at least. So that's what it is. And even if there's somebody in the party that doesn't really talk, but sometimes it's still fine by me.
Yeah.
But like like my funnest streams are the streams where we just banter a lot, where we just talk back and forth in Twitch chat or whatever. That's what happened Monday on stream, Skel, where we just all joined in and like had a lot of fun. That was so good. Those streams are the best, and I really don't mind if there's 4 or there's 400 people in there. That are the moments that stick by me, like the rooftop of Stadium on Warzone, where you just randomly played the Titanic. That was so
Cute.
freaking funny.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
That
that's so
video
funny.
should be in there, by the way. That should be somewhere.
Well,
But
yeah.
like, it caught both of us, like Cass and I, on surprise, and you were like, "Why do I need to stand on the ledge?" And then you played it through your phone. That was so good. But those are the moments I stream for, and I play games for like that kind of things.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think the only thing I wanted is kind of just touch on it, because I think it's the final topic that we really wanted to talk about and discuss, was just what dangers there are on Twitch. And I'm not just talking about the people who do occasionally come into your chat and say, "Do you want to be famous?" Don't ever click on those links.
Look,
Please.
I have a take on that. Like, it still is the internet, and the internet is really weird. Cass talked about her family playing too, like her son, if I may say so, Cass. If I may abide. Then he was playing Roblox, and then there was a lot of people. Like, Roblox is a kids game, but it's like a username. You have a username on Twitch, but I don't know who's behind it. I know for you guys who's behind it because I've seen you live and I've seen you play, or I've seen pictures, but I don't know who's behind the username Warrior God 69 or whatever, to put like a random one out there.
69.
So
Yeah.
Big Daddy
Number you
69.
know? Is that the only number you know?
420 and 69. It's
Yeah.
like both of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's like, I don't know what the intentions are of people, how old they are. They can be predators out there that are really like, do you want to play together, or here, have like 1,000 of this currency, doesn't really matter what it is. If you play with me, if you talk to me on Discord, if you add me on Discord, that's so dangerous too.
Yeah.
Like
Mia?
kids that are
with that one guy that came in asking about how, she's a lesbian, and he like was messaging her on Discord like repeatedly, like some nasty, like derogatory things towards lesbians and gays, and he was just like over and over. It was literally like 50 messages in her message box, and she's like, like what? And I'm like, just block him. Like, I don't. He found her through my stream, joined my Discord, found her name. Like, since that moment, we were way more careful in talking about, her username and my son's username, because that was like the very first time we had that instance, like something crazy like that. But then with the Roblox thing, you're absolutely correct. After you said it, I was like, oh, that is weird. Like, I want your Discord name. Why do you need your Discord name? Like, that's
I'm just looking out because I'm definitely not. But I have like my nephews that are like that. They are like 6 and 4, I think. They play like Roblox and stuff too, and they get offered like stuff like that. And I was like, if you want Roblox that bad, please ask me, because I can gift you that.
Yeah.
That's no problem. But don't take anything off a stranger. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Like, get to know them first. Talk to your mom, talk to your dad. And then I told my aunt too. I was like, please monitor the kids. I'm online like daily. I know the dangers of it. Like, people cannot be trusted on the internet sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like they hide behind a username, but maybe are like in their 50s, 60s, looking for younger kids. I don't know. But then if they meet on like a Discord, which is like anonymous, and they will tell like crazy stuff, I don't feel comfortable with that. If that happened to my nephews, like, I don't really mind, because I can defend my internet. I can block him. I know what to do. But like, they don't really know what to do.
I think Twitch and YouTube need to come up with a solution, because Twitch streaming, or streaming on YouTube, streaming in general, really does give the vibe of, I'm going to take stuff from strangers. Like, you're giving me money, you're giving me bits, you're giving me your time, you're hanging out, things like that. You're joining Discords and you're following my socials. Well, these little kids at 9 years old, at 10 years old, they're like, oh my God, I've got 10 people watching me. They all want me. They're all giving me bits. They're giving me subs. They're asking me, whispering me about certain things. Like, they don't know better. So as a parent and as a teacher and as just a streamer in general, I feel like there needs to be. Are you rubbing your bottle of Coke? What are you doing right now?
I'm
Because I
sorry.
could see the Coke
Yeah.
bottle and it was distracting me.
Like my
That
Coke
would
bottle
be
exploded mid-episode, and I'm trying partially.
so funny.
I try to do it.
So
I try
funny.
to do it like not on camera.
Carefully so it wasn't so loud.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
So I
sorry.
just feel like they should have more rules about like yeah, they have age rules, but people lie anyway. If you are a child streamer, there needs to be an adult with you.
But
There
Yeah.
has to be.
can you abide those laws? Can you like say you have to be 18 plus, because they will lie? So you can
That's what I
always
thought,
get
yeah.
work around it. Like my
Mhm.
parents gave me like GTA 2, but when I started screaming at GTA San Andreas, they took the game away from me. Like that's what it
No,
was.
we don't have that at home.
No, I never scream. But like that's the difference. Because I really think that you shouldn't be able to get money if you're under like the age of 12 or 16 from Twitch.
Yeah.
So, or they need to like a parent's account like compared or coupled to like their account to like supervise and monitor them. I think that's the way they
Make
could
the
do it.
parents accountable
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
because
the child.
Yes.
yeah, I really think so, because like it's all about one little moment that you're not watching, and then they could do like really awkward stuff that they can get away from. If it's like, don't get me wrong, I love every age group. I don't mind if you're gay, if you're, but like if some guy like 60s is talking to a younger kid about spending Roblox, I get like chills. I don't know. It's not good.
Yeah, I know what you
don't
mean.
really-
Yeah. And then-
Um,
yeah, I don't know. I 100% agree. You got to make somehow the parents accountable for it. You know, yeah, as I said, if you got kids, I think the other thing that you got to realize with, I mean, it's online in general, but Twitch or whatever there are a lot of also like toxic people out there, a lot of like not very nice people, and you are going to probably at some point have to deal with that. I know, you know, Nickmercs was talking about it again, where he said that he was getting swatted like every week by people, you know, calling the police to his house because they'd somehow managed to find his address. So it's a full SWAT team coming in to a certain point where they actually exchanged numbers, and the SWAT team would ring him once they got a call and go, "Is everything all right?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, everything's chill." And they'd just be like, "All right, okay, we'll leave you."
yeah.
Wow.
and,
That's
and it's like,
crazy.
you know, XQC at the moment, he's talking that he's going to have to go back to, he's going to have to move to Canada because of how many SWATs he's getting each week. Said it got to a
People are
point,
so
yeah, he's getting to a point. He said almost where it was like happening every other day. It's just ridiculous. And,
It is.
and Twitch and YouTube need to kind of sort that out. You know, I don't know how work with authorities to try and find out, you know, information behind who these people. Obviously, you can put fake information behind those accounts, but I'm sure there's probably a way that you can track some of them down at least.
You can really easily pinpoint someone
Yeah.
from their Twitch account. I've seen a video where you can like in 3 minutes you can see which if you really want to,
Yeah.
you can see in about 10 minutes where people live, where they like around that area,
Yeah.
where they live, and that's what scares me most.
Security issue. Like
There's
well,
no
like, how can
no.
they do
It's
that?
it's on the internet. It works with a lot of routers. So if you have like their username, you put it in and get their general IP address. So it's near a neighborhood where
Yeah.
they live. It's not a certain area, but they
Right.
pinpoint like a certain area in their neighborhood. And there's a video on YouTube, like with Nickmercs, where he shows off his house.
Yeah.
So they will go into Google Maps,
They'll find it,
look for
Yeah.
the address, and then find his address with like his with like the whatever it is. Like there's a lot of information on the internet that you don't know about, which is everywhere. If you buy like something off Amazon, it gives you like a lot of information, but it's not only staying with Amazon and you.
Yeah.
They sell it to third parties as well, so you can get the information yourself too. It's just a matter of like looking real good or nowhere. basically. So that's what the problem is too. They should like block streamers' IP, but otherwise, if you do that and the other guy is streaming too, which is toxic or who wants to call to the house, he's blocked too. His IP is blocked too. So you can like really do it. So maybe they have to maybe you're streaming, they can see where you're streaming from 100%.
Oh yeah.
So you should just send someone over or call the authorities if he does that. But they will not say that they called the police on them. That's the problem. Like if you have a random username and he did it, he will not admit that he did it.
Yeah.
That's the problem, because I'm not putting in my cell phone number on my Twitch because I'm not doing that.
Yep.
Because I know if it gets leaked, I'm done for.
Yep.
Well, and that's a new thing I saw. Did you guys see that? There has been a couple streams that I've gone into from another person's Discord trying to help people get affiliated. I like to go in and watch them a little bit. And there has been 3 streams in the last week that I've gone into, 2 viewers max. The only way you're allowed to chat is phone verification. I'm sorry, I'm not putting my phone number in, so I will not be in your stream. And if that hurts your feelings, it has nothing to do with you. It's your stream is now a liability for me. And I'm sorry, like my name is not connected to anything that I have on social media or on Twitch or anything. So if somebody finds me, they have to dig like an extra minute. It's okay. But I'm not going to put my number there and then have it be easier.
Yeah, but the thing with that is you just opt to like make it safer. And I think if that phone number is like basically security for them. So if you put in your phone number and you do call on the police and they see that you are involved in like the stream that they're into, they can cross-reference it to your house. That's the problem.
They could.
Yeah.
But those people who are calling SWAT, they're probably smart enough to dial whatever that extension is prior to their phone number so that they don't get, they're not liable. Because there's like a number hiding number.
Yeah.
It's not *69 because that's your favorite number. And
Star
that's the one to
420?
call to find out who called you.
Star 420,
I don't remember what it is. It's not 420 either, but that'd be pretty fire. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like I'm not going to do it. And I'm sorry. And even the Discords, there's the same thing with some of the Discords. You have to have your phone number connected. I'm not doing it. I'm not, because, that's my phone number. I don't want you to have it.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I agree.
I don't want everybody to have it. Yeah.
People with social media too, like Nickmercs is big about, posting his family, posting his house, posting his dogs. Like he has a gorgeous life. It's amazing. But that makes it a little easier for someone who gets his address to go find him.
Yep.
Like, I know he's in this neighborhood somewhere. All I have to do is pull up Instagram and now I see his house. That's why I don't location anything on Instagram on my Twitch account at all, ever. Because I don't want someone going on there and being like, oh, I know she's at right now. I'm going to go see her. Now, I haven't had any of these issues yet. Knock on wood right now. But like it's always is your whiskey here? Is your whiskey?
Came last week.
Sorry. I was looking at Scal, who just looked at the door for people who are watching who are listening
You're
on
so
Spotify.
pretty.
So that was so funny. We had a moment. I'm sorry. Go on.
It was a moment. No, it's
was a
fine.
bromance.
I
just
am
call it
just
bromance
very
from now on.
careful.
Yeah.
You always have a
Bromance.
bromance.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just like the third wheel. It's just weird, but,
I'm sorry, but yeah, it is what it is. That's what they say.
Yeah, but you definitely got to be careful online. But I think that's a good place for us to put a stop to this episode. I think we've managed to cover most things.
Epicness.
Yeah, this
Already?
epicness. Yeah. It's been
So
over an
fast.
hour. I know. We're getting used to this. So make sure you go and check this out on YouTube. You can find all our Twitch links in the description when you're there. It's on Spotify. It's on Apple Podcasts. So make sure you go and listen to those. Be nice to see some numbers coming in. We did well on YouTube, 10 subscribers.
Really?
After the first one, yeah.
Well, I mean,
so
3 of them were us.
Right, yeah, but still,
And
it's still good.
6 of the other ones were the Discord, but that's fine. It's
Yeah.
really fun.
It's
fun.
good. It's
really
good.
Yeah, it's good.
I love it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, there you go. Sassy Gamers Unite right there.
Yeah.
Like they're coming in, they're watching. So hopefully they'll tell some people and we'll get our stuff out there because
Definitely.
I think we have a lot to say and I think we're the right group to do it.
Yes. So yeah, as we said, weekly. So we'll be back next week, same sort of time, and we'll be talking about our OnlyFans next week.
Only toes, Kel.
I
Only
don't
only
have
toes,
one.
only toes,
Stop
only feet.
telling everybody I have one.
Only wieners.
Only
Only
wieners.
wieners,
Ducko.
yes, I do.
Ducko.
I have two of those.
There
I
you
have
go.
two of those.
Oh, you got two only wienerses.
No. What?
Sausage for 2069. Look it up.
But anyway, thank you everyone for listening and tuning in, and we'll catch you next week. Bye for now.
See ya.
Bye.